The Lucd client was designed from the ground up to be touch-friendly and accessible from any device, be it a desktop computer, mobile device, tablet, or even a large touchscreen television connected to a PC. The first thing users will see in the Lucd client after login are the Global and Projects sections. These sections are representative of one of the fundamental concepts we incorporated into our software: remote project collaboration across multiple teams. In the Global Status panel, there are 4 status cards. These cards show the current numbers of models, virtual datasets or VDS, assets, and in-progress trainings. All cards also show federated systems statuses as online versus offline systems, shown as a green and red bar with the counts of systems beneath. A federated system is a connected remote system that can provide its resources to my own. Federated machine learning, commonly referred to as FML, is pivotal to the core of our application. The Lucd client allows easy construction of complex machine learning models and execution of model training on available federates without exposing any sensitive data to anyone. Having a federated network also means that even if a few systems go down, numerous other networked computers, phones, and tablets are still available to continue the work. Our Projects panel gives you an isolated security group view of all saved projects. Suppose a team of data scientists is working together on a specific data science problem. In that case, this panel will give that team easy access to all of the team artifacts. Within these projects, users can share VDSs and models with ease. Now we are going to click the Open Unallocated text above the Projects panel. This brings users to the data transformation screen. This interface displays the primary low-code, no-code interface to do exploratory data analysis or EDA. I will open the Iris workflow in our Saved Workflows panel by clicking the small plus icon on the left side of the card. I want to start chaining more operations onto my existing workflow. If I want to take out nulls, change a value from A to B, or filter a specific set of items, I can do that. In the past, this required a person with a highly developed set of skills in specific programming languages, like Python, to know the necessary APIs well enough to access that data from a terminal and perform all the desired transformations. The Lucd client takes all the technical engineering, moves it away from a programming environment and into this 3D workspace with a simple point-and-click interface. In the past, merging 2 datasets into one dataset was a very technical task. The Lucd client lets users complete that entire process through a click and drag action at one VDS, then release it on a second VDS. That is it. Emerge Preview window enables adjustment of the parameters before finalizing. Let us do the hard part. Users only need to define the desired parameters that they would like to send in. The Lucd platform was designed from the ground up to be a highly secure environment, with controls granular enough to set which users can see and access what data. Each user can be part of one or many security groups. They have specific data that they have access to and an administrator can control that. Many platforms add on security as an afterthought, but we have included security since the beginning. We have persistently implemented what is called cell-level security within our data store. Cell-level security can deny access to individual cells that users would generally have access to due to their regular security. This security allows lockdown of specific cells or entire datasets depending on a user's assigned security groups. Circling back to what we talked about earlier about low-code, no-code. Another engineering talent that in the past would be a problem to building and designing a solution is interfacing with Elasticsearch, or whatever data store is in use. Users would have to write these very complex queries to get a particular slice of data. Now we are making it much easier by just adding a drag and drop approach. Users can click and drag in the nodes, change the parameters if wanted, invert them, or group them up together. Users can drag and drop in specific features and change their parameters as well. All of this has a precise Elasticsearch syntax that requires users to be knowledgeable with it in order to execute queries. In Lucd, it's much easier to drag and drop items into a visualization, run a query, and you're off to the races. That is another way that the Lucd team is trying to take more niche engineering skills like that and make them part of our drag and drop, low code, no code environment. Now that we've covered that, we will look at some of the data visualizations available to users. The Lucd client offers multiple ways to visualize your data in an intuitive and highly configurable way. If users want just tabular data, they can view that. The Lucd client has your standard data table. We provide some additional insights and statistics about each feature within the VDS. If you want to look at scatterplots, you can do that, and you can look at multiple ones side by side. Changes to data within the charts are dynamic, so as you change one, it changes the other ones. The charts get even more helpful when you view them in 3D. Let's look at a 3D scatterplot. The axis labels on the left look a little crazy right now because we are looking at the entire VDS unfiltered, so we'll change it to something else. Displacement sounds good. We see here a 3D visualization, a scatter plot. This visualization is just an excellent way to see your data, in this case, car displacement, acceleration, and cylinder, in a 3D setting. The entire graphic is manipulatable. Users can click and drag to pan around, zoom in and out with the scroll wheel, and double-clicking data points will focus on them. Clicking the icon in the bottom center of the display area will reset your view. Here in the corner, you see the chart key. This allows users to control which data is along each axis and the data used in the color scale of the scatterplot. The Lucd client can do more still. If users want to view a 3D scatter plot side by side with the table view, click the plus icon, drag the new tab for the table data over here. Boom. Now we have the 3D scatter plot and the table, viewing the same slice of data side by side. What if someone wants to look at a parallel coordinate plot also? Users can do that as well. Click the plus again to create another new window. Drag that down. Select the parallel coordinate plot. And now we have all three side by side, and we can click through those. Dragging and dropping floating windows can consolidate them back together as well. Now we can navigate through all the different visualizations for the same slice of data. Combining all the different visualization techniques on the same data adds insight to it by allowing users to be more immersed in it and will enable them to see more axes, or dimensions, of that data. Not just a mere 3 dimensions, but, in this instance, the addition of color is 4. Viewing the data in so many different ways is handy in making decisions while building a VDS. The key differentiator of the Lucd platform is the ability to run end-to-end, the entire machine learning, artificial intelligence lifecycle. You start with the data ingestion, build a VDS using EDA, upload and pair models with those VDSs. Then compare the training of those models and datasets by looking at the dataset statistics, whether they get better over time or worse. These are all things that Lucd offers, and it's what sets us apart and allows us to serve that model to a user's remote systems ultimately. We are offering a better solution for teams to conduct effective data analysis and hassle-free collaboration. With Lucd, you no longer have to work within the same systems. Lucd users no longer require expensive abilities with a working knowledge of different system configurations and programming languages. Sometimes that's only to get everything communicating. Lucd has taken the hard work out of that process and shouldered that load so that people can just come in, upload some data, build their pipelines, train a model, and serve it. All without requiring any special skills. The ability to perform all the complicated steps, without having to be a hardcore engineer, or have a massive budget to put those systems in place. That's what Lucd is really offering.